season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. And the golden flashes, ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And now we take a look at Jalen Buckley. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special, talented running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He'll keep it on second down. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Third and long right here. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got a little grass. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Got it, looking for the first down. Touchdown, Bison. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on fourth down? They got it, kept the drive alive. They end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 79 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Etheridge. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Golden Flashes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And now we take a look at Wayne Harris. This guy will sneak around, not always in the spotlight, but he is somebody you have to deal with.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Breaks into the open. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Wants to throw one first. Gonna try to get it himself. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Bison offense has taken the field ready to begin this drive. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
It's Fletcher. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's changing the play. On the move. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Right side, it's Hughes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bison. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Harris. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
From the gun on third down. Looking for a big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the golden flashes will punt this one away. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. The Bison offense has taken the field, ready to begin this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Buckley. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45, on his way. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking for space, it's Buckley. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the option. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this. in this game. And all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He's going to take off. Yep, got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bison.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Golden Flash's offense ready to get this drive started. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Clark. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, number 1 area to be successful on 3rd and long, gotta have good protection up front. Check. Great job by the offensive line, keeping their QB clean. He had time to go through his progression, to find the correct guy, and to convert the 3rd down and long.
Unleashes it on the run. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Kent State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Buckley. He's got enough. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Gives him the big stiff arm. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Dropping back, it's Lowry. Going deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Changing the routes with his receivers. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing. It's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the #1 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's Northwestern with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game at Dick's Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the 2nd half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Running out of the locker room, the Kent State head coach told me the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Thanks, Holly. From the gun, it's King. Swamped immediately.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Upstairs, he's got it. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Golden Flashes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's King. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
They'll run it. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Golden Flashes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm
caught. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Golden Flashes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Keeps it on the option. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Flashes!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Bison offense has taken the field, ready to begin this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Uh-oh, look out. He's got the 1st down. Maybe a crease.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Right side, it's Fletcher. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Running inside, it's Buckley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. 2nd and long here. Out wide right, it's Fletcher. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it under 48, and this offense is rolling. inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Making the adjustment on the play. Running the red zone. It's Buckley. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Left side is Hughes. Touchdown, Bison! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops from and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Trying to move them on the counter. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's King. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback keep. Turning it on. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Tough run here, it's King. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And now it's a 1-possession game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Quick give. It's Buckley. Enough to move the chains. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Right side, it's Hughes. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Out wide left, it's Hughes. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bison. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the return, it's Etheridge. So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to get this drive underway. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get it. He lets it fly. He's got it on the left. He's loose. Touchdown, Kent State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Sets his feet. It's Petty. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Into plus territory. They stop him at the 46, and now this offense can really attack. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He'll do it himself. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking for room at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the to the house. Touchdown, Bison. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Golden Flash's offense ready to get this drive started. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Left side is King. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Golden Flashes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Golden Flashes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They'll decline the penalty. Result of the play stands. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Bison offense has taken the field, ready to begin this drive. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 35. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Still running at the foot. Oh, the hops. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Makes the grab in their space. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Out wide left, it's Hughes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Got to run it now. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bison.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Coming out with it, it's Etheridge. And the returner will be knocked down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. He'll pull it down and run. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that.
It's a seam wide open. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The snap sets up the throw. Caught, it's Clark. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They want to throw it. Left side is Banks. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and...
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. The clock is at 18 seconds. Hearts are beating fast. The onside and is sucked out. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.